Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly. This is the start of part 6. This is February 28th. What I'm going to do with my Dragonfly tonight is work on the canopy and the antenna. Since the canopy is so small, I'm going to use these right here. I use them for fine detail. Suggest anybody to pick up a pair of these if you're doing fine detail work. They work great. Another thing is I use enamel and acrylic paints on my model kits, and I usually use Model Master's primer. It's a good paint. It's a little expensive for a ½ ounce bottle, but today I picked up this Duplicolor primer. It's lacquer, and you don't have to mix it with any thinner. You can if you have to, but it's 32 ounces. It's a quart. Picked it up for $20 at AutoZone. I'm going to give this a try on my next model, which is the C57D. And it shouldn't affect me using enamel or acrylic paints over this. I'll know when I give it a try. If this works, this will last me a long time and do a lot of kits. So I'm going to give this a try soon with the C57D. So I figured I'd share this with everybody what I'm doing. The start of part 6. All I lack with the Dragonfly is the antenna and the canopy, and the model will be done. And I'll have to work on the base. I got an idea for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here on the Dragonfly. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly. I'm going to call this finished. I just have to hit it a couple more times with some flat white on the canopy. I used a toothpick instead of the antenna that came with the model, and I like the look. It looks pretty nice. That's just a regular old toothpick. I cut it down to size, and to mount it I used 5-minute epoxy. Just took a little bit out of each and just mixed it, and when it started to look like it was going to start getting a little tacky, I applied it to the toothpick. And with patience I held it onto the front here until it took, and as long as I'm careful with it, it shouldn't break off. It should have a good bond. You can see the lighting in the cockpit, hopefully. Maybe at another angle. On the back here you can see the engine flickering. Looks pretty cool. Turn it over here to the other side. I don't know how it's going to pick up on this camera. The only thing I have to do now is make a base. Maybe next weekend. Keep my fingers crossed. Let me get another close-up shot here. Okay, there's the canopy. The windows. So I'm going to call this a wrap with Dragonfly, other than the little touch-up I have to do to the canopy and make a base for it next weekend. And one more look here. And everybody have a good day. Alright everybody, back on my Dragonfly. It's finished. It's on the base. I just had to do a few touch-ups on the Dragonfly, the canopy, and tail here. But it's finished finally. I have it mounted, like I said, on the base. I'll fire up the power here in a minute. The background here is going to look pretty cool with the lightning effect that I wanted for the diorama for this model. I'm going to go ahead and turn the power on so everybody can get a look at it. I had to shorten this rod down to make it to where it looks like they're near the Dragonfly is near clouds and it's a storm. Everything's working fine in the Dragonfly. Turn it here a little bit on an angle. You can see that the engine effect it's flickering really nice. Canopy, I'm going to have to hit it a couple more times with some paint, but you can see that everything's lighting up just fine. The little windows, zoom in a little bit, you can see the light right there. Everything's working perfect. Get it on another angle. You can see the other side. See the other lights. It took longer to make the base than it did to build the model. I think it looks really cool with the idea I came up with flickering with the clouds in the background like they're near a thunderstorm. I wanted it to be a little bit different. Everything turned out just fine. Hold it there again and where you can get a good look at it. So I'm going to call this a wrap with the Dragonfly, and I'll put this up on my YouTube channel hopefully sometime today or sometime this week coming up. And everybody have a good day.